Rolling.
Waiting for the Dan Pilato point, ladies and gentlemen, back. I tell you, we've been having a lot of fun talking to the fans. Logan and Steve. Yesterday, Steve, who a lot of you might know from the Directv show, he used to call up and tell Mike Buschetti he was going to burn his house down. And I think have sex with his family. Brothers, too. Oh, Buschetti, being the scholar that he is, took that seriously. And, Artie, that's enough. That's enough with this guy, Artie. That he kept cursing uncontrollably, and we couldn't curse at Directv. I don't care, Artie. You don't mess with my family. Try it. Okay, buddy, try it. You're the idiot. Oh, yeah? If I'm a boob, I guess you're a boob. Like, he would come back with an insult that would insult himself more.
Yeah. And he always seemed to get mad at me, too.
Yeah, well, because you were a needler.
Yeah.
You had that smug rich guy from Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
You're dressing down. It's brilliant.
And then whenever he realized he went too far, he would go, Dan, how about Al Capone? He was wonderful.
Yeah. Now, you played it right with him. Dan has this thing. It's so amazing. Dan has these passive-aggressive things about him. It's unbelievable. It makes it very difficult to live with the guy, except for the fact he's the greatest guy in the world. And I tell you, I've lived in this apartment with 3 different broads. Not Dan would be the 4th, but I don't count him as a broad. So 3 different broads. And here's the problem with the women these days. They need to be more like Dan. They don't make women like Dan anymore. In other words, they had an attitude about laundry. You understand? And I paid Dan $60,000 a year. I was technically paying them more. If you add up dinners, holy Christ, dinners, Hermes bags, condo payments, doggy wipes, engagement rings, therapy. Now, Artie, we're gonna name this puppet Dana.
Oh God!
My hand is a puppet.
Did you really go to therapy? Couples therapy?
No.
Oh, okay.
Couples therapy. Oh no, actually, no. Me and Dana, I talked about it on the air with a militant woman who was not on my side. Dana picked out. She let me know I was literally in the green room of a club called Zanies. Not in Vernon Hills, in Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee, by the way, the single most corrupt town I've ever been in my life. Everybody sounds like Waylon Jennings. And they all have mafia families. You want to run the numbers? What? You want some white? You want some powder? I got soft, I got powder. Listen, you want crack cocaine? Insane racism. I wrote a poem. Try to do it on stage if you want. You could have it. What is it? All right. She thought this guy's IQ was bigger. Okay, that's enough. That's fine. As soon as you're bigger. I didn't finish it. No, it's fine. I know where it's going. I got another poem. All right. Okay. She said, don't pull your trigger. Okay, that's fine. I'm not finished. I know where it's going. When I saw your new boyfriend, I said, go figure. Not exactly Webster's dictionary over there, are you? I got my agent, Rich Super, once. I don't know if I'll admit to this. I was in Indianapolis. Now, you know, the political correctness amongst, forget about like hoping you don't say the wrong thing as a performer, but as an agent or a manager, if those guys, all they do is live in fear that they say something offensive. And I have a story that, it involves, right. Toronto. That's all. That I can't tell. But one day I'll be able to tell it. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell it into a tape and give it to Dan. And then, like Burt Reynolds has a certain book deal I heard about.
Yeah.
The day I die, Dan, you can release this tape.
Okay.
Because I'd like to tell the story. I don't want to leave it to Dan. Plus, it happened to me. So, but this involved a guy who got a little drunk and seemed to abandon being on pins and needles about saying the wrong thing. Seemed to let that go for a bit. For a while, he was back in his backyard with the above-ground pool and the barbecue in 1978. Yeah. And God, it involves an A-list star, too. It does. It just does. It's not me, the A-list star. So, okay. I digress. This doesn't involve a guy saying it, but I played the best trick. So I had just come out of, rehab and stuff, and I was reinstating myself. And my agent, the great Rich Super, he's a fast-talking guy from New York, the greatest guy in the world. Not a racist at all, by the way, but you never know what you say when you're amongst white people. So I'm in Indianapolis, downtown Indy, and Rich was a guy. He was one of the few guys in my life that would call me and see how I'm doing. When I was in rehab, and I explained the whole rehab thing about how in therapy, different things like a sporting event like the Super Bowl, you could gamble on it, and gambling is a trigger. Okay, they call them triggers. They trigger you doing bad things. So he calls me when we're out in Indianapolis for the Super Bowl, and he goes, "How you doing out there, man?" And I go, "I don't know. It's kind of rough out here downtown Indy." And he goes, "A lot of triggers, huh?" And I went, for a second, I'm like, I thought of the joke immediately. This is why I'm so quick on my feet. Like you when I pretended I was having a heart attack. I said, I'm going to try to get away with a great joke here.
Oh, God.
Even though I never heard Rich say the N-word ever before in my life. I said, maybe, I want to say, maybe he's hanging out with me and I'm a scumbag. I go, what? He goes, a lot of triggers. I go, no, some work here. But I said, wait a minute. I said, Rich. Dude, the hotel phones are like a lot of them are, I wouldn't trust it. What are you talking about? Because a lot of them are taped. I mean, let's just not be so free in our rhetoric. He goes, what are you talking about? I go, what you just said. I go, what are you talking about? I go, do you realize what you just said? I said, there's a lot of triggers there. I said, oh, trigger? You tried to say triggers. He goes, yeah, what else would I say? I go, dude, I don't, okay. He goes, what do you mean? And I basically had him believing that he said a lot of niggers out there. And I kind of said like, well, some at the hotel. And I went, wait a minute. So I made myself look good. I go, I'm not going to, look, check that at the door, pal. We're friends. A guy I never heard even remotely talk like that before. The paranoia was so insane. I had him going for several hours because I said, let me check with them downstairs. Because I know some guys are fans. I'll say, you're not taped. Sometimes these phones are tapped. This is how TMZ get. Just watch TMZ. And then he goes, please tell me you're kidding, because he was sweating it. I go, yeah, you said trigger. I love it. But Dan does this passive aggressive thing, where he'll he always does stuff. He really does stuff that no one else wants to do. He's a hard worker, and to make it convenient for other people, he will do anything. Like to give somebody an extra seat in a car, he'll walk 40 miles. But here's the one price you have to pay: is Dan's passive aggressive, angry whispering that I assume the Unabomber had.
Oh, God.
To himself. He'll go like this: "Nah, I'll walk. It's fine. I had the kneecap surgeries. I'm done with it. It's fine."
That is so untrue.
No, it's fine. I don't need a jacket. It's fine. No, I've been shirtless through blizzards. It's fine. It's fine. She can sit there. It's fine. No shoes. No, she can have my shoes. Is that the forecast? Well, that's fine. You know what? I'll sleep in the attic. No, air conditioning's fine. I don't need it. I mean, I did have a heat stroke. It's fine. It's fine. I'll swim in the pond. Oh, God. No, you know what? No, it's fine. I don't like automatic transmissions anyway. Is it 3 on the tree? Yeah.
3 on the tree.
Like that, huh?
Oh, man.
Is that for a reference? You know what? It's fine. It's fine. You know what? I don't want a raise. Give it to the blacks.
Give it to Tim.
Yeah, give it to Tim. It's fine. I don't need it. I don't. Art, stop it. I'll swim in my jeans. I don't care about the ridicule. I'll swim in my big boy pants jeans. I love it. Oh, whatever. It's fine. I don't have to come to Christmas. You know what? I'll just, here's the thing. I won't stay for dinner. I'll drop off the $200 red velvet cake and I'll leave. Because I know your mom likes it. It's about your mom. You know what? It's fine, aren't I? I'm going to drop off the red velvet cake. And it turns out there wasn't a sale, no. And the line was, woo. I'll tell you. Remember we were talking about lines, how big they can get at bakeries? Well, this one was a topper. We were never having that discussion ever. Oh, I'm sorry. That must have been in my head. You know what? Buscetti deserves to get a raise instead of me this year. It's fine. He has a big cranium. No, I'll take a rotary phone in my office and tell you. I'm exaggerating, but this following one is not exaggerating. No, Chris Long. Now, you know what? I'll stay at the La Quinta Inn by the airport.
Yes.
By the airport, which is 180 miles away from Indianapolis. And I'll get there by 2. Yeah. Set up, and then I'll need somewhere to stay, so I'll walk back. Is it that much for an Uber? I'll walk back. I'll stay in Nick's room.
Yeah.
Nick, get the fuck out of here. Okay. I'm not going to stay in Nick's room. It's fine. Nick, can I have your rope? It's fine. You take the rope. I'll stay in Artie's room. And who's Mr. Nice Guy? Who has 2 thumbs, is unbelievably nice to you, and speaks French? Moi. For you people listening, I pointed to myself with 2 thumbs, which makes that the joke. Yeah, and we started the whole afternoon, right? Adrian couldn't come.
Right.
The best thing worked out. We got into an argument, and just the right timing where it was like, don't come to the Super Bowl. And I got to give my cousin Jeff her ticket, and he was turning 50. Absolutely. And you asked me, and I loved Adrian with more than so much. And I hope she realizes that, and she's wearing an engagement ring at her wedding. It's fine. I keep the ring. Yeah, keep the ring. Keep the camera. It's fine. There's about 5,000. Yeah, keep the Hermes bag. That's a quick $9,000 for something you put your keys in. It's fine. Yeah, there was a liquid, and he's standing in my dressing room. No, my dressing room, my appointment. And he goes, I go, I'm gonna order some lunch from room service. Of course, I bought him lunch too. What do you want? He goes, cobbler. We're men at a fucking Super Bowl. What do you get? I'm getting a burger. I'm getting a turducken. Right now, John Manning is ripping a turkey, a duck, and a chicken's head off with his teeth. Right now, some guy covered in Vaseline is watching him do that. In the trailer. Yeah, we're here in the butt camper. What? Right here, the television. Right here's my asshole. Here's a turducken. What? You're dickin'. You're dickin' what? Oh, sorry. Freudian slip. It's turducken me. A turducken you? No, you're dickin' me? No, wait. By the way, I heard a rumor that he's related to the Steve Madden the Shoes guy, who's a little light in the loafers. Coincidentally enough. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm kidding. I know you don't know. I don't know. It's fine. I'll take the lesson. Yeah. Tell him it was me who said it. I don't care. I've been called anti-Semitic. So I took you. And of course I get nothing. I get nothing. Now you tell me that so we got an argument just long enough to where she didn't come, and I got to ask and look, yeah, she's beautiful and I loved her, but if you ask me, would I rather watch the Giants beat the Patriots? Think about it. Fucking, I do this joke all the time. I know it. Got me in trouble the other night with the retard charity.
Oh God.
I walked out to the retard charity and some kids were there, and I did the kazoo from the Flintstones. Hello, dum-dums. Hello, dum-dums. I pitched a sketch at MADtv. Something else I thought the younger people would know. Instead of the Flintstones, it's the Rolling Stones, and it's Keith Richards and Mick Jagger, and that guy goes, hello, dum-dums. How are you, mate? You kazoo? Tell David Bowie I go up his kazoo. You know what? That joke was that was even beneath me. I apologize. It's fine. Tell him I wrote it. I'll take the hack. I'll take the hack reputation. It's fine. I don't need the rent. It's fine. Jeff, my like an older brother to me, big Giant fan, and we got to watch. Of course, we couldn't sit next to him. Chris Long insisted on sitting next to me, and Nick couldn't sit next to Chris Long.
I remember that about the seats.
Nick sat next to my cousin. I said, my cousin's a great guy. I like it. Yeah, but it's about the work here. I mean, Chris Long was really a Stern fan. So I'm like, I don't want this. What are you crazy? So I'm sitting next to Long. And Nick had every reason to be pissed off there. And, so I'm on like the 40-yard line, the third row. I think Nick was in the upper deck.
I know.
On top of it, the Patriots lose. And then we separate. Nick and I were going home. He started to walk a little fast. Or I walk slow. And, when the Coke wears off, what do you want? And I see my buddy Ross Zapin from the Stern Show, my old buddy, and he goes, how you getting home? I'm like, I got a plane. We have a layover and everything. Nick and I had a layover after. I mean, Nick, you have to watch his team lose, too. I was like, oh, it's going to be bad. And, we're sitting. I'm pulling up and we're sitting next to each other on a bench, Nick and I see Ross Zapin. I go walking towards him, and Ross goes, well, listen, if you got a layover, you know what? I'm on the Maxim jet. The Maxim private jet. This is where I told you about. If anybody saw the movie 29th Street, Anthony LaPaglia, it plays a kid who's an idiot. And an Italian family. In Italian families, if there's certain people who are morons, but they have success because they're lucky, like there's some sort of thing shining on them. I have several uncles who think I'm that guy. Because I think about it, they do nothing right. Think about it. He failed a gym. Look at him. He can't even tuck in his shirt. He can't tuck in his shirt. This guy can't keep a woman. He got a very pretty woman. They leave 2 months. Actually, that's not bad. How you do that? No, it's very, very crazy. It's not like it. They think I have this thing where, like, I'm a retard that's shined on. I got lucky, and I go, maybe you're right. I tried to explain to them, why, I worked hard rehearsing and writing. Nah, you're a retard. But you got a light. And that's the most important app. Bill Gates ain't got the light. He had to work. He had to study. Study shit. What does that say? You study anything? You write a script, you study script? Bullshit. The saint looking over unlucky retards. So, this is where that was in total work. So we're looking at this layover. Literally, we had to go to show. I mean, again, Chris Long dropped the ball there if he's trying to impress us. The Indianapolis trip, our producers at the La Quinta Inn. Shane had a small table he couldn't write his reports on. Shane had to simultaneously write his reports and his action movie.
Sci-fi action.
Yeah, Jerry Suckheimer. Yes, pulls that out of the breach. Jerry Suckheimer, one of the things Shane would write reports back to Chris Long about how I was doing. Yeah. And I don't think they were glowing. Shane didn't get my comedy. Well, that's why, It happens. Sometimes people won't get my comedy. They want it to be something more than funny. Sure, he's funny, but a lot of rolling of the eyes. Everyone laughing in that studio sometimes, and Shane is looking down his notepad.
I know.
And he's typing in, and then Mr. Scumbag did this. Chris Long's back knee popping from sheer anger. Throw a couple more weights on that, screaming at his kids. Throw another 40 on it. Throw another 40 on it. Daddy's lifting. Daddy hired a guy who's a drug addict. Daddy hired a guy who's a drug addict. No, Uncle Shane? Remember Uncle Shane? Did he touch you again? Wait. Well, you know, so that was his day job, but he also wanted to produce action movies. Write them and produce them. So my little joke was Jerry Zuckerheimer. Come on, clearly he's going to be great. I told him, front row, man. Front row, first one, I'm there. And, you know, yeah. So, you're right, all that shit in a small table. And basically, our studio was a sports bar 40 miles from the Marriott we had to walk to. You think Nick had a good look at his face during that walk? January in Indy. Me and Nick are reminiscing on stories about playing crackers years ago. And Dan put our microphone down as we went on live seconds before a woman took a plate of potato skins off the... Seconds. Dan's like, the potato skins, we're going on live in 10 seconds. Well, someone's in a rush. Yes, sweetie. Some of us are from New York City, and we don't move at your fucking snail pace. Some of us don't want to be going to a fucking 50th wedding anniversary at the Kiwanis Club in Indy and serve potato skins, fuck stain. Some of us have ambition. Sure, we might fail. Tonight, we're going to fail, probably. Tonight, we're going to have Chris Rock on, and no one can understand him because the connection is horrible. Yeah, you know, that was our thing. And then Chris Long, he comes by to visit day 3. He goes, "This sucks." I go, "Yeah. This is terrible. I'm so embarrassed." Really?
And Ken Cole saying, "I sent pictures. Everything was approved."
I sent pictures. Ken Cole was a middle management guy, and this is how he talked to him. He's the kind of guy you could change his mind. Middle management guys are there to suck each party's ass. Like, they're in the middle of the talent and the manager, and you need somebody like this. They're very good at it. So. And Ken was amazing at it. But he was like the kind of guy who agreed the other team was wrong when he was on the other team. And if you were above him in the company, you could change his mind in 2 seconds. You go, "You know, it's really raining out. I think it's sunny. It's so sunny." Good point. I don't know what I was looking at. My bad. Yeah. I don't know. This place is horrible. Well, it's not that bad. Sure, not that bad. Not that bad at all, Chris. I don't know what I was saying. Come on, guys. Next year, we got to get a bigger space. We'll get a bigger space. You know, and it just was not cool. So Ross, I see him, and Nick is seething, and Ross says, "Look, the Maxim girls are going to be on the jet with a couple of Maxim executives, and me. We might have a seat open." So he called the guy. His name is Maurice, and he got his Yankee tickets for the next 2 years. The greatest guy in the world.
Yes.
Huge Stern fan. He goes, "Artie's actually kicking a girl out of the seat." So I said, "It's just one. Can you kick 2 out of the seat?" Let me ask. No. He's not as big a Tough Crowd fan. So, again, I'm not that I'm anything, but I got lucky and got on this huge show. But he liked it. Quite frankly, he liked my work in it. So I'm sitting there, and I'm, I said, "I'll sit in that seat and dance like a monkey. I'll tell stories. I'll make up stories." And I find out, okay, the Giants win. I had the better seats. The debacle happened when I went to the press junket. You know, it just, we can't talk about it. But, and now I'm on a private jet home. With we were going to have a layover in fucking Charlotte for 14 hours.
Yes.
We weren't going to get home till, we're leaving at 7 o'clock in the morning, okay? The day after the Super Bowl. Our show was on weeknights at 10 p.m., which meant we had a 8-hour debacle to get from Indy. We're going to walk from Indy. Layover in Charlotte, get up to New York, land, go right to the studio and do a show. Now, I was used to that. I used to do it on Stern all the time. And I'm not someone who prepares. I think you can see that from how I dress. I freestyle. I free associate like Rob Williams. Only I use my jokes. So, yeah. So now, I'm like, how am I going to tell Nick I'm not sitting? But the good thing was, at least Nick said, "Look, we won't be alone. We'll make each other laugh, you know." So now I have to tell Nick, "No, you're going to be alone."
Oh.
And I was supposed to get home at 10 a.m. I was going to be home 9 hours before him.
Oh.
So I say, you know what? Fuck it. I say to Ross, come up. We agree on a place for him to pick me up the next day with the limo, by the way. Limo with the girls in it picking me up. Nick and I were told, listen, get a cab and save your receipt. So the cab line, I say, pull up right here by the cab line where Nick and I will be. Okay, next day. Rain, I don't tell Nick till the morning. Rainy fucking Indianapolis shithole of a day. Everybody's getting out of town. Everybody's leaving Indianapolis. We are done with you. They're taking down the Beeline thing across the... It's back to the Pacers Timberwolves game now. And we got to be on there. Nick's team lost. So I get out there and I'm like, that sucks, man. We'll just deal with it. We'll just laugh, we'll make each other laugh, tell stories. Ross Sapin pulls up in front of us. Okay, Nick is miserable, and I'm saying, the Giants lost, but the Giants won. But I'm sorry, I won't bust your balls about it. And he goes, I actually do appreciate it because I'm into that. Ross Zapin pulls up. It could not have been scripted any better. 4 feet from us in a big limousine, and he pulls his head out the window and he does his stand-up. How are ya? He does a dice clay thing. And Nick goes, isn't that Ross from how you know that guy? I go, yeah, I know him. So let me say hi. I slowly walk towards the limo, and at the last second, a smoking hot chick opens the door. One of the Maxim chicks. 3 Maxim chicks are still drinking champagne. They're still on ecstasy. They're writing on themselves. One as far as it said, Giants win. I like Artie's cock. As a joke. I get in, and I go, Nick, I'm just going to get in and fuck around and take one picture with the girls. All right, hurry up, come on. I get in, I shut the door, and I go to the guy driving. When I point to you, leave. I go, hey, Nick, I'm sorry. I'm taking the Maxim private jet home with Ross. He only had 1 seat left. Patriots suck.
Oh, God.
Gave him a finger, and I drove away.
Yeah. And then he came with the cab to pick up me. And he didn't tell me.
But the kicker.
Oh.
But the kicker for Nick.
Oh.
He wasn't alone. He had to go pick up Dan Villano.
So I asked a question with the 2 worst words you could ever imagine.
Dan Villano?
No. Where's Artie? He almost killed me.
Pick up Maxim. Oh, that's great.
He almost
Did I tell you?
No, he didn't.
Oh my God!
I wouldn't have asked if you told me.
Dan, we drove there. I practically got a hand job from the broad. We got there. There was a meal on the plane. There was breakfast on the plane. We land. I was in bed with a sub sandwich watching SportsCenter at 10 a.m. preparing for the show. Nick was still in the air.
We were walking around the Charlotte airport. I said, do you want to go have lunch, or you want to hang out or something like that? Why would I want to hang out with you? And he comes back about an hour and a half later. Shane and the twins are sleeping on the floor of the airport. Oh. I have a picture of the 3 of them.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, no. Well, listen, when you write an action movie for 3 straight days, and when the twins, when you think of nothing but dumb thoughts for 3 straight days, like the twins do, when you get that many things wrong, that takes energy. The level they got wrong. What do you mean? Because we don't want to take our coats off. We lost our dog, but then we got him back. But then we lost him again, but then we got him back. They reminded me of Tori Spelling was at the again. I told Dan, I got to do that. The Mary Tyler Moore.
Yeah. Speaking of planes,
Mary Tyler Moore passed away. Now, for you young people, picture Kathy Griffin passing away. No,
oh.
I picture that every night. No, of course I don't. I have memories of the Aspen Comedy Festival being in Kathy Griffin's comedy hot tub with Carrot Top in a suitcase. And getting drunk and not knowing who was which, Carrot Top or Kathy Griffin.
Oh, my God.
Hey, is that you? Hey, is one of your hey, Carrot Top, is one of your props an ugly face? Hey, Carrot Top, is one of your props a bunch of shit jokes about people you met backstage? Are one of your props 50 gay guys who are HIV positive when in the hot tub? She had gay dudes with her. I said that we're in an incubator. Have they been tested? No, we haven't, slob. Have you been tested? Yeah, I'm HIV positive. Yeah, I got a blood transfusion in Haiti. So so I land in Charlotte. You guys are still. I know. I land I'm in my bedroom. In my bedroom, eating a sub sandwich, making love to my girlfriend. You guys were in Charlotte.
You called me.
Yeah.
You said, "Where's Nick?" He goes, "He didn't want to hang out with the rest of us. He's walking around the airport."
Oh, it's so great. Oh, it's so great. Yep. The Charlotte Airport's nice too. You get the Ray Caruth trunk set. Ray Caruth, how do you decorate a trunk? If you're going to be in there for a while. Yeah. So, Mary Tyler Moore. To me, certain things represent the 70s, you know, and she was one of them. The Mary Tyler Moore Show started in 1970. It was part of that CBS lineup, All in the Family, Bob Newhart, goddamn, powerhouse shit, MASH. And first few years of MASH, the rest forget about it. Once BJ gets there, starts working on his pink hat for the march. You know, it's just Ed Asner, who I ended up working with later on, and which is so wonderful. Betty White, who ended up insulting me at a roast later on. Ted Knight. What a great show. But Mary Tyler Moore, who was rumored Mary Tyler Whore, was some people. I didn't call her that. She was unbelievably talented and funny, but she did sleep with Grant Tinker, who ran everything. Head of networks and stuff, and again, if you're going to be a hooker, be a smart one. She wasn't a hooker, but she did marry the guy. And there was rumors that she, dated a couple of other guys to get to the guy. But I don't know if that's true or not. But she had diabetes like myself and passed away today. She was, how old do you think she was? You can figure it out, actually. She was 30 in 1970 because that's what her character was. 30. So she was, 69 years old? 67, something. Pushing 70. Did not age well.
No.
Ravished. And, maybe that's why Robert Redford didn't age well when they shot Ordinary People. Maybe some of her shit.
Oh.
Or vice versa. Because Redford looks horrible.
Oh, I know.
You talk about a guy that was fucking hot, right? Dan, was he fucking hot or what? I can't get him anymore. I used to get him all the time. In the old days, Dan would let us inside down. Oh, yeah, God fucking eh. That's when I knew. What? That's when I knew.
The candidate, Robert Redford.
Oh, yeah. 3 flights of the condor. How about 3 flights of the condom?
A very good movie, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
I love that movie.
Absolutely. And, so she died today. And she had that iconic theme song, and it reminded me of this crazy story. When I was on MADtv, there was one year, I went to New Orleans for 3 separate trips. We shot an episode there at Mardi Gras, then we shot an open and close for the episode, 2 separate trips. And then they sent me and Orlando Jones, my great friend and my roommate, out there to shoot an open for the Fox Network. They were covering the opening of the Fashion Cafe. They opened one in New York. It went under in a second. you pay an extra $14 for a cheeseburger because you're looking at Claudia Schiffer's boots from a shoot for Revlon. You want to look what's in the boots. That's what happened with Planet Hollywood. It started the memorabilia in the Des Moines store. It was a little sure, in New York and LA, they have Elvis's suit from the Comeback special. In Des Moines, they have the knee-high white socks Gavin McLeod wore for the pilot of Limbo. Get a picture with them. These are the knee-high socks. Really? Well, there were 2. The guy's like, there were 2 pair. Because the wardrobe department will usually do that. And funny thing, Gavin, by that time, had a loose stool. And, didn't want to wear anything white, if you know what I mean. By that time, Gavin had to tie a rope around his asshole.
Oh, God.
Why, Daddy? Well, a lot of letters, very binding. Well, I don't think it was some stuff coming out, but... No, of course not. Did Gavin McLeod have a wife?
I don't know.
Like you?
No. Whatever.
Mrs. McLeod. Mrs. McBeard. So, no, he was great. He was so funny on the show. Him and Suzanne, about all the bald jokes and everything. That's a good bill. So, what other memorabilia at the shitty? At the Appleton, Wisconsin. Planet Hollywood. You get the cuddle sweatshirt that Scott Baio wore. The audition for Chachi. The audition for Chachi. We're not going to top the Ice House. So we went out there to New Orleans, me and Orlando, and we had so much fun. The red-haired broad from Melrose Place, we had her laughing. She's with some guy she was going to marry. We're in the back of a limo being brought around New Orleans. And we had so much fun, man. We were all in our 20s on a TV show making $10,000 a week. They flew us out first class, and we were like kids. We were like the fucking immature show on Fox. They would send us out on Rupert Murdoch's jet a couple times to meet with affiliates because no other show wanted to do it. Melrose Place said, fuck off. MADtv will do it. But we got Murdoch's jet. We didn't get paid, but that was the deal. We were like little children on the jet. You know how many times I shit in that cotton? Forget it. No, it was just a fun time in between the manic depressive episodes when the dealer couldn't show up at Duke's. So we were having a blast at this fashion cafe, and I always thought I could fuck Elle Macpherson. I really did. Then I won't say who. Somebody told me that it might have been possible. She was like Adam McLeod's asshole. I heard loose. No, but very happy married to a Frenchman. But they all showed up. Schiffer, everyone was at the game. Me and Orlando were interviewing them. I thought, what fun! I should have just stopped to smell the roses. Or the assholes. They were with this one guy, classic, right out of Central Casting. You'd think would be around models like that. A Euro trash guy, had the blow probably. Who is this? Get him out of here. Who is this idiot? You're on MADtv. Get out of here. Your outfit is stupid. Claudio, come here. Yes, it's me, Jean-Noir. Yeah. Oh, remember me, Jean-Noir? Remember we got that Coco by Hotel Tasha? Remember we got that? Oh, yes. We watched that fat man get arrested. Oh, yes, it's me, Jean-Noir. Get away from these people. Who are these people? Who is this bourgeois booby? You are a person of color. Where's Naomi Campbell? Naomi, look what it is. It's Chanois. I'm not even a little bit exaggerating. Look what it is. Oh, these idiots. I don't know what MADtv is either. I tell them you stay away from my girls. Where are my girls? Oh, do you like the scarf? Yeah. Jean Voight gave me the scarf. He did. Right after he did Mission Impossible. Yeah. I was on the set. I was sitting later. Impossible Mission with the crews. Oh, someone's got to stick up their arms. And other things too, right? You remember that night you tried to seduce him? Yes, Mr. Christy Turlington, look what it is, Christy, yes, we were just talking about Tom Cruise, as we always do about Paris. We were talking about the days we would hang out with Hemingway. Well, that's a stretch. Gertrude Stein, yes. Yes, Renoir is 208 years old. Do you think I made bullshit there? No. The guy's really from Brooklyn. Hey, get the fucking butter. Hey, Jean-Noir, hey, can I get some fucking butter for this? To the waiter. The waiter. I thought you were French. Hey, I don't have time for your shit. Just get the butter. I tell him to get your butter. He don't know. He's stupid. Oh, yes, you want the party favors. Claudia Schiffer wants the party. Oh, you all want the party. Yeah, you know Renoir gets the best party favors. Yeah. What is this? Oh, I guess Renoir, some salt slipped into a baggie. Do you want extra salt on your omelet? Naomi, especially with you, make sure the white is off of your plate. Yes. You don't want to come out looking like Mark Twain in blackface. I have the same problem with Earl Campbell. He ducks in too. All your Campbells with the cocaine. I have your party, baby, Naomi. Remember, your dark skin is beautiful, but it does not go with you. You had enough of a mustache to get us all 3 to 5. Remember New Orleans? Oh, yes, in New York City. Remember that party at Sean Penn's house? Oh, remember after he shot Mystic Pizza? Oh, Mystic River Pizza, who gives a shit? It was a party. I work on pizza too.
Mystic Pizza.
Yes, Mystic Pizza. Sean Penn always get mad at me because I say Mystic Pizza instead of Mystic River. Big deal. What do I look like? Francis Ford Coppola? Francis Ford Coppola. Just do it. Oh, who is this? Who is this? Who come by? Oh, yes. The whole George Michael video here now. Cindy Crawford there. Oh, Cindy, how are you? That asshole husband of yours, he's not here. I don't like him for you, Cindy. I tell him every time. I say, get away from me with your W hotel. Bullshit. Whatever, whatever. Go fuck yourself. This idea, nothing. This idea, very American. Stupid. I love you, though, Cindy. You are you milk-bred, milk-fed, goddamn Indiana. Beautiful person. I've never seen a mole placed any bigger. Even a mole we placed in Hitler's briefcase with Valkyrie, who Tom Cruise butchered, by the way. I personally knew Valkyrie. We plotted. I was part of the resistance. I was part of the resistance. I was the original Rick at Casablanca. And by the way, Cindy, lay off the croissant, so you're going to play Sidney Greenstreet. I just kidding. Did you talk to my doctor, Cindy, with the anti-aging? Oh, we're going to make a bundle. You know how many retards are going to think this really works? Yeah, you. The one who looks like a goddamn fucking manatee in Blue Rouge makeup. You. Yeah, you put this cream on, you look like Cindy Crawford in the morning. You're so stupid. Now I'm talking like a guard in Hogan's Heroes.
I know.
I go from this, Hogan, Crawford, Turlington, shut up, Clink.
You got all the excess powers in one character.
Evil access. Yes, what an asshole. I got so mad at him. I yelled out. The director was trying to direct, and he was taking his time. It was like a wait, like everybody was getting antsy because we were hot in this thing, and John Wah was being a real dick. And I said to the director, "Listen, dude, you got to hurry up." He goes, "What'd you say?" I go, "Okay, I'm going to say it very loud and once. Either you start doing this quickly, or then I pointed to John Wah and I said, or I'm throwing him down the stairs." I turned around and Orlando was clapping and smiling. And I knew I had a brother's back. I said, yeah, John Wah. Me and the brother going straight downstairs with Naomi Campbell. This is bullshit. The fat man, not for me. MADtv bullshit. So, okay, we're in New Orleans. We're on the flight. Now, this is what fucking Bin Laden did. We used to be able to have a lot of fun on flights. Yeah. So we're all getting drunker and drunker. It's 4 hours from L.A. to New Orleans. I remember the one of them, I sat next to Naomi Campbell. I told the story. Yeah. Me and Naomi Campbell on a plane with Ron Wah right in front of us. He was sleeping. We played Hangman with movies, okay? And she had a guess. It was J blank WS, okay? Naomi Campbell said, Jews. And I said, what do you mean? She goes, isn't that documentary Jews? I went, no, I go, maybe, but no. I go, she goes, what is it? I can't get. I go, Jaws. And she goes, oh, you mean the fish? I said, yeah. You know what? I'm machine like a turtle. I'd rather fuck some of my ex-girlfriends and put on 50 pounds. So, okay. We're throwing shit back and forth. It was everybody on MADtv, 8 of us, and John Cryer. Before the 2.5 Men money. And there's a lovely black African-American, black stewardess, right, not flight attendant. And she was like charmed by all of us. She was having a great time. She might have snuck a couple of cognacs. But she was short and she was loving it. She was, just going back and forth. Like everything we were doing, we were throwing spitballs. Okay. I thought of this in my head. I said, what if she lets me get on the microphone? Maybe we can do so. I said to my friend David, he's not going to let you for security. I said, let me get on the mic where I can make an announcement to the whole time. She goes, I don't give a shit. I said, so I thought of Mary Tyler Moore. For some reason we were talking about it. I said, you remind me of her or something. I said, you put a smile on my face. So guys, I swear to you, I thought about this pretty much in seconds. I thought of this little song parody. I'm going to give you now as a tribute to Mary Tyler Moore and as a tribute to this broad, wherever she was. Her name was, her name was Ilsa. No, her name was, what the hell? Frida? I said the name this morning, Frida. Well, it was not Frida because it was more of a blackened up version of Frida.
Florida?
No, Florida happens. Erica, we'll say Erica. I swear to God, this is what you can ask John Cryer because he remembers this. I said, "Who can turn the world on with a smile?" And she goes, "Oh." Who can turn up your food tray and do it with such incredible style? You know it's Erica and she should know it. Your seat's a flotation device and you should know it. Love it. Turbulence around, no need to fear it. With Erica on the job, we won't get near it. We might just make it after all. With Erica around, we'll make it after all. She burst into tears and hugged me. Oh my God! I got like an ovation, and I just, it's one of the greatest moments of my life. Making that woman, smile. Ironically enough, we hit turbulence and almost died. Oh. Who can turn... Let me get it clean. Who can turn the world on with a smile? Who can turn up your food tray and do it with such incredible style? You know it's Erica and she should show it. Your seat's a flotation device and you should know it. Turbulence around, no need to fear it. With Erica on the top, we won't get near it. We might just make it after all. With Erica on the job, we'll make it after all. And then I did the meow. Wow. Because it said MGM was MGM. MGM, Mary Tyler Moore. She was a little kitty. Little kitty cat. Not the lion. Little kitty cat. I could see her in bed with Grand Tinker going, I want to make it a kitty cat. You're a kitty cat. And as they're all pissed off, what the fuck is this broad doing? Sleeps with goddamn fucking Tinker. Fucko. Sleeps with Tinker, and now the classic MGM line is a goddamn pussycat. It's a little pussycat.
Did he have Newhart show too, Tinker? Was that the same?
Yeah, everything. Yeah. Everything.
Wow.
Everything. It's a goddamn fucking pussycat. Gavin, I don't know. I kind of like it. Shut up, Gavin. Okay, I'm on the set of The Bachelor with Ed Asner and Hal Holbrook. The entire film, we shot scenes and had lunch together. And Ed Asner and I were both Santa Claus a few years later in the same film. Think about life. A few years later, after shooting that, we were both Santa in the same movie, Elf. And you can take that to the Trivial Pursuit Bank. Okay. Hal Holbrook says, my wife, Dixie Carter, her wife is from Designing Women. My wife, Dixie Carter's due. Yeah, she was out to Tennessee telling the production. So when she gets here, can you send a car? And Asner screams out, come on, Hal, we all know you're a fucking fag. Jesus. James Cromwell had just done a movie with Blythe Danner, mother of Gwyneth Paltrow. Now, James Cromwell's in the movie The Passion Tooth. The cast was insane. Cromwell originally came to fame by playing Stretch Cunningham on the Archie Bunker Show, and he's been in everything. He won best. He was nominated or won for Babe, Pig of the City. He plays the farmer.
Yes.
Did he win? He was nominated at least.
Yeah, I think he was nominated.
Babe, Pig in the City. He's the farmer. But he has a great part in LA Confidential. Unbelievably great in it. And he plays William Randolph Hearst in the HBO thing about...
amazing.
Yeah.
Is that.
The HBO thing about RKO 41?
RKO 2...
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's about Orson Welles and the making of Citizen Kane. So he's a respected actor. Also, legendary vegan and legendary right-wing liberal, like real radical. He was He tried to join. As a matter of fact, the only guy ever who was technically in the Black Panthers. I'm not kidding. He was a suspect in bombings that he was exonerated for. Real left wing. And he had not changed by then. Had some heated exchange. So he tells that as he was late. They had to move around the schedule because he played the priest and another really great guy. And nobody knew how. Everybody didn't understand the casting of me being Chris O'Donnell's best friend since childhood. I look like I roofed his house that weekend. More sophisticated than me. And he says to Ed Asner was unbelievable. He says to Ed Asner, I just to play up by the love blood, love her. Great. Her daughter stopped by. She's a fucking cunt. What? Crumble goes, no, I had a good experience. Nah, she's up for you being nice. Everyone's so nice. Hal's a fag. You're a cunt, Artie, I've never heard of before. Why, you don't like her? She was bossing her mother around. I did a play with her mother, too. Everybody has. Don't be so special. Don't think you're a big fucking deal, Cromwell. Well, you were a recurring Stretch Cunningham. I was Ed fucking Asner. Or Lou fucking Grant. I'm going to outlive fucking Mary. He outlived Mary.
Yep.
Guess who else outlived Mary? Keith Richards. Every time a celebrity dies, I go, ninth? Okay, here we go. Mary Tyler Moore went off the air in 1977. She looked stunning still. Was about to go into a movie career. Ordinary People, right? Still look great. If you said, who's going to live longer at that point? Keith Richards or Mary? People, they'd still be laughing. They'd still be laughing. I want to go in a fucking time warp machine, and I want to bring my father back to today, and I want to go order a gluten-free hot dog at Yankee Stadium. Even paralyzed, he would punch me in the face.
At the new Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, well, there's no old one. Stand in the old field. It's not. There's no Yankee Stadium. It's Pepsi Field. Call it Pepsi Field. Okay, Yankee Stadium smells like Greg Nettles' fucking piss. It doesn't smell like Hermes. I'm a mom. Wish I could see him. I'm at the Yankee game. Is no Tannings alone? Or what's better, if I go back to 77 and order gluten-free milk? He wouldn't say, he wouldn't get the word fag out quick enough. Yeah, so that's what I did on the play. It reminded me of Mary Tyler Moore. I made up that song. And you can tell it's made up on the spot because it does have flaws. Sees a flotation device, and she should show it. That doesn't make any sense. Listen to what I'm spending my time on right now. So Dan does this. I have written down I made some notes. Dan, okay, I didn't finish my damn passive aggressive. The greatest thing Dan does, though, is with the passive aggressive. He's not always passive aggressive with this, but he uses his technique sometimes. Dan's one of those guys who narrates his day because he's afraid he won't. But it's a memory technique, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. I mean, because Dan is very efficient. I was saying this before. Never late, unbelievable. Except last weekend when I needed him. So Dan will do this. He goes, okay, got my keys. Gonna go here. Okay, I gotta write down with this pen. I need this for that. Okay, I got my driver's license, passport, 2 IDs. Okay, I need a hat for. It's gonna be chilly in Chicago. I checked the weather. Okay, I got a cab. Uber's this much. I got the raviolis for Artie. Is that al dente? Your mom's on the phone. I got my mama's sweater. I got this, that, the other thing. I rented the car in Chicago. Is O'Hare better? I'm gonna go to Midway instead. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. While I'm trying to watch Rolling Stones with Anna Moon. Dan, by the way, okay, I love the Rolling Stones, but even now I got a registering complaint. How many times are they going to go to the rip-off well? How many fucking documentaries are the Rolling Stones going to make where they open up a Jumpin' Jack fucking Flash? I mean, at this point, it's like a cover band. Ron Wood and the black guy for the bass, Keith Richards and Charlie Watts, could not be expounding less energy. They might be playing a track. There's no less energy. How many times has Charlie Watts played fucking Jumping Jack Flash?
Oh my God.
It's like a robot. Havana Moon. Cuba. Someone said to Mick Jagger, listen, Castro's letting gonna croak and Cuba's gonna be, a country. Why don't we play there and make it a documentary just saying it's 30 mil. At least 30 mil for your pocket. You got to watch it. They mail us in. They're barely on. They shoot the concert, and then the rest of the people go around Cuba and interview people. They give him a Rolling Stones. They give him the tongue hat. They go, say Rolling, rise on. And then you hear Keith Richards and Mick Jagger spinning that yarn of bullshit. It's a very special place. It's the guy, Keith Richards, like, it's the kind of place, it's the kind of place where, you know, the guitar just plays itself. The people got such soul. Such soul to people. You know, some of the people don't have $400 for an autograph. You know, they've been so oppressed. They've been so oppressed. We're going to go there and give them fun. Give them a concert. You know, yeah, Mick, it's so unique there. It's how is it different getting a blowjob there than Buenos Aires? You're getting a blowjob on your plane on the tarmac in Buenos Aires. It's much different than Cuba? Fucking buy that bullshit. That's all over now. But I'll watch it. And while I'm watching it, you hear Dan go, okay, these sweatpants have to be watched. Okay, tell Artie the dryer doesn't work. All right, come on. Tell Artie Tim called, and he can't reach the fucking checkbook. Artie Tim called. Yeah, he can't reach his credit card. He still doesn't have. Tell Artie Tim called. He's still upset about the Lollipop Kid thing. It's so great. Okay, so Dan does that. And I admit that. But sometimes he will use that technique to be passive-aggressive at level red. At level fucking red. There's been times over the last, a couple of years, Dan's had to loan me money. I've had some cash flow problems. And he doesn't want to do an errand that I ask him. He doesn't have to do it. He's just a good guy. So here's what I hear the other day. I'm watching TV. He screams. He's a foot from me. He goes, okay, got my keys. I've got to go get Artie's car washed. Okay, go see if I can get another $200 for Artie. ATM, do the $200 for Artie. And then I have to do that extra trip. Maybe I'll make it. To get my money, but okay. Artie, okay, did I tell you I'm leaving? Jesus Christ, Dan. Sorry for being born.
I'm not even going to say anything because I probably think that that's true.
Of course it's true. The anger you have in your heart.
That is not anger.
I like that you get it out. Because I need a padlock on my door. You're going to wake up and be stabbing me. Why do you think I take Ritalin all night to stay up? Okay, I've got the keys for Artie's car because I've got to wash it before I go to Chicago to see my family. Tell Artie I can't do the laundry again until Monday. Okay, do I have my checklist done? Goodbye. Artie, I'm leaving. Did you hear my... Artie, not that I wanted you to. Did you hear my checklist? Did you hear one fucking thing for me in the checklist? No. Heard a lot of for Arties in there, didn't you? Fuck breath. Get back to your Havana fucking Stone special. Sorry, I'm deep in thought on the couch, Dan, thinking up the comedy that pays the rent. Unreal. I was never so insulted in my life. And but I find that a lot of guys who are on the fence with homosexuality do have that because what you do is, though, Dan, you argue with the voice in your head that keeps telling you you're gay. That's what they do, and you've succeeded. Because sometimes I do hear when you don't think I'm here, you go, I'm not thinking of cock. I'm not thinking of cock. I'm not thinking of dick. I'm thinking of pussy. Big tits and pussy. And no, not Vinny Pastor. I would love a gay guy in my head. And the stuff he tells me has nothing to do with sex. I would want fashion tips. When I look in the mirror, you must be a comedian because that shirt is a joke. Please tell me you're not wearing that belt with those shoes. That's the voice I want in my head. A doctor recently told me that if I keep up my diabetes type of life, I will lose a toe. And I said, as long as I don't lose my falafel. You ready?
Ready.
We got 10 seconds to kill. I thought it'd be me chewing pizza. Oh, man.
Is that a cheese pizza?
That's so annoying. Is that a Chicago thing?
Yes,
You don't have to say cheese pizza. A pizza has cheese on it. A pizza without cheese is focaccia. And you're a Finocchio. Senators Iceland. Senators Iceland. We used to hang together, Senator. You used to be a man. Now you're a lion pig. You're a Pinocchio. Yeah. I had that patent. I ran out, Senators Iceland. Don't try to use that on your speaking engagement. Pinocchio. I got Pinocchio, Mensa Pinocchio. Lion half a pig. More believable. All right. I was going to end with the bit I was doing. I was Dan yelling at the voice inside his head that tells him he's gay. And the end was going to be, it's not as good now. The end was going to be Dan going, no, I don't want to wake up in a lava of cum or something. See, not as good. But I show you the inside of my mind. The comedic works for Steve. Steve, the guy who yells at Boschetti, we found out the greatest thing, that he's a big fat kid. He's enormously fat.
By the way, Mike's celebrating 25 years of comedy tonight.
What are we talking about?
Mike Boschetti, he sent out a video.
I don't understand what you're talking about. Oh, really?
Yeah,
I 25 years of watching comedy? 25 years ago, his family got a TV set?
They're roasting him tonight.
Yeah. Oh, again, how many times are you going to roast Mike Boschetti? It's pretty much one line. Fat, ugly, and poor. Bye. Tip your waitresses. Fat, ugly, poor. Tip your waitresses. You can throw in retarded if you're politically incorrect.
Oh, God.
The level of retard people think he is, coincidentally enough, has the name Burger in it. Ass Burgers. And ass. Combine ass and a burger, and you get his face. Mike, I love you. These are just jokes I would do. Remember I rushed home from a gig in where Pittsburgh or something. Rushed home to get to a bowling alley in Staten Island. And I roasted him. That was 4 years ago.
Wow.
They're still roasting him?
Yes.
Has he got... Okay, here, every year, you're fatter and uglier. And more broke. You've got a drizzle reel. How about that? No, you got a fizzle reel. He said, Artie, sitting down. I completed my sizzle reel. Right, it's a fizzle reel. You're fizzling out. They have that thing, a fizzle reel. It's everything. It's him trying to yawn. That's so amazing. Oh, Dan, him trying to yawn is his fizzle reel. On a loop, him trying to yawn at the Directv show. Him trying to yawn at the Directv show. That show was the funniest show ever. I'm sorry. Got nothing to do with my name being on it. Just is there anything funnier in the history of TV? Any Seinfeld or Simpsons, I would put Mike trying to yawn up against.
Or on the street with the silence.
Yeah, he looks like a big fat guy trying to chomp on mini cheeseburgers around his head. What do they call that thing above a baby? The thing that goes around? Like a carousel?
Yeah.
Like, it looks like a big fat baby, one of those things. And instead of like angels, it's little cheeseburgers are on it. It looks like a baby looking up at that thing. A Boschetti baby, and instead of stuff for a baby, it's cheeseburgers. And he looks like he's trying to catch them with his mouth. He didn't even know the camera was on. How great is that? And he doesn't think it's abnormal. I go, what were you doing? He goes, I was just trying to yawn up. Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. I'm sorry. He said it like I was just brushing my teeth. Something he never does. Mike is a guy who tries to yawn but never brushes his teeth. He's very unconventional. All right, I'm done. I was telling Dan, I try to write down jokes. I forget everything. And if I think of something funny for the stand-up act of the podcast, or one that I call a crossover joke, I write it down on pieces of paper, but then I lose the paper that I write it down on. And then I actually write down, after I write it on a separate piece of paper, where I put the paper with the jokes. And then I write, ask Dan where paper is that says where the jokes are. What the fuck am I doing? And then the worst thing is I can't read my handwriting. I write the jokes down. I go, what the fuck is this? All it just says, it's just every other word I can understand. It just says, rain, parallel parking, fag, and Dan. Cock, Robin, Falana Boys. Okay, here's a couple. I'll give you the head. I'll give you what I thought of tonight watching TV. I wanted to talk about. I won't even say because we're at the end. I won't even get into it. I'll just read you the headline. Headlines will say it all. I really have one more. Okay, it says, John Hamm TV ad sucks. John Hamm is doing an entire campaign. He's in 50 different locations. I think it's for more HR Block, whoever does your taxes.
Taxes, yeah.
Okay, he plays the greatest ad guy ever. Ironically enough, he's in the worst ad ever. The slogan is horrible. Don't get your taxes done. Get your taxes won. Okay, Dan, explain that to me. I have no idea what he's talking about. I guess it's a winner. Like you win when you get your taxes done with them. You win. They rhyme done and won. It's the worst pun of all time. And he has to deliver it with a lot of. He delivers it with how they want him to, when they deliver a bag of money. How about this? You take away the Mercedes voiceover and get your taxes won. He's got about 50 grand in the bank. All right, this has been fantastic. We got calls. We wanted to get to people today, but this is what we call some quickie comedy. We're getting the podcast out quick. But I want to talk to more people. I said on Twitter I will. I love talking to the fans. I promise you. I got off on a tangent. We got a couple people going to call though. And we'll do that next couple of days.
And our next show, Diamond and Sapphire.
Diamond and Sapphire, the two shine broads from. I'm doing my uncle. It's a character. Two lovely African American women. Two black chicks from the people. They love Trump. Two black chicks. They look like twin sisters. They're so funny, so great. And I'm going to explain to them why Fox News, they shouldn't go on with Roger Waters anymore. Or what's his name?
Roger Waters.
What's his other kid? Waters. Flint Waters. Because he's condescending to them. He's condescending. He goes, so that's Sapphire. Do you guys like voting, or what is it? Have you voted your like subtle racism? Did you always vote, or like you know what I mean? Or the reason I'm asking is because you're two niggers, and yeah. What'd you say, Mr. Waters? No, how in my house? No, you're cool. Like you're cool. I'm being smooth. I'm trying to be funny. The Fox News kind of way. But if truth be told, we're asking a lot of these questions because, and the reason they're funny, and the reason we have you on is because I'm a successful person, and I'm a Caucasian. You two are niggers. And I pitched this in the meeting. That's exactly how I pitched it. It's me. Charming, beautiful, knows how to handle his father's money, and two niggers. Okay. And they let me have it. Well, we love you, Mr. Ward. I'm kidding, obviously, but I'm not kidding with that harsh language. That's what he's doing. On top of having my racism with him, because I'll be doing my racist version of it. I know. I'm going to explain it to them. Why they should never do their Waters show, or quite frankly, our show ever again. And how he's racist. But the Sapphire and Diamond, they need money. They need money. Why? For crack.
Oh God.
They are so amazing. I got a prediction. We're going to love these guys. They are unreal. And they make such great points in this way. We're like, yeah, slam Hillary. They don't like Hillary. Ooh. They don't like her. It's like a white chick walking into the weave place. Oh, the pandering Hillary Clinton did when she walked in. I think she went in a barbershop in Harlem. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, I do.
I like dancing it up.
Oh,
I can do the jig. Wrong dance. I mean, not the jig. I keep barbecue sauce in my purse. Charlemagne, the god.
She's not going away. That's what the rumor is.
Yeah, she's like a zit. Why? Where's she gonna go?
There's a rumor she's gonna run for mayor of New York.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Do you think? Well, Clinton's probably gonna have a dry run. How long it takes to get to their house? Bill Clinton's going to have a dry run. How long does it take his driver to get from Gracie Mansion to their house in Chappaqua? And just for the fuck of it, he's going to have his driver pick up a bunch of wet clothes. Okay, he's got a stopwatch. Okay, you're going to pick up a bunch of wet bras and panties, throw them in the combustor. Throw them in the combustors. Put those high heels in the wood chipper. Get in the car. Drive to Gracie Mansion and back. Go.
The wood chipper.
Yeah, drive to Gracie Mansion and go. Just real quick to make sure it's Hillary, just say something condescending to her assistant as she's getting in the car. All right, they're on tomorrow. We love you all. Take care, Bushir. Real quick, I want to dedicate this show to the great Butch Trucks. He's the father of Derek Trucks, who might be the best slide guitar player of this generation. And a lot of you guys, some younger kids, I admire them, the ones who know what Derek Trucks is, and they don't know just the last Eminem album. Derek Trucks amazing. Derek Trucks is the son of Butch Trucks, who was in the Allman Brothers Band, a drummer. Him and a guy named J-Mo were complimenting each other in an amazing way. He's a drummers for the Allman Brothers. The Allman Brothers Band got together originally with Greg and Butch Trucks, I believe. They were living in a cabin outside of Atlanta or Macon, Georgia. And they ended up in Muscle Shoals, Alabama for a while. And
When we were 15.
Yeah, just a great story that doesn't happen today. Amazing musicians, and Butch Trucks and J-Mo complimented each other great. If you hear Statesboro Blues, the live version, ladies and gentlemen, the Allman Brothers Band, the turn into the chorus, the guy drumming, that's the guy who died today. The great Butch Trucks, and I saw them live a bunch of times. I saw them with Orlando Jones on that same trip. We stayed an extra day after fashion thing. We blew off Renoir, and we went to the Jazz Fest, and we saw the Allman Brothers Band and Shaka Khan and the group Fish, whose drummer wore a dress that day. I goofed on it, and 5 years later, I was kissing his ass at the stand-up gig he showed up of mine because he was a fan in Burlington, Vermont. I bought Vicodin off a guy in a dress. I'm kidding. I gave Vicodin to a guy in a dress. So Butch Trucks, they finally caught you, Midnight Rider. They got you. Just rest a little bit. I'll give you what I said to MCA of the Beastie Boys when he passed away. And a little tweet that I think was second runner-up for Tweet of the Year. MCA, R.I.P. You're finally in Brooklyn, motherfucker. Get some sleep. Butch Trucks, 69 appropriate enough. Greg Allman had he said, I lost another brother in the fight of life. Again, how is Greg Allman outliving these guys? How is Greg Allman outliving these guys? Greg Allman looks like a dress hung on a fucking hanger that looks like Greg Allman. Hey, brother. He's got that Danny Joe Brown of the fucking of Molly Hatchet, the lead singer of Molly Hatchet, Danny Joe Brown. I saw him at Toad's place in Connecticut once, right by Yale. I did stand up there. Smart crowd. He had crickety elbows, and he would go, "Oh no, oh my brother, man." Greg Allman's been getting shots directly into his liver for 17 years. While cops and bodyguards feed him airline bottles of smeared